When this season began, Jerry Sloan, his players, and Jazz fans alike were wondering who this young Jazz team was. But after 20 games, we have learned that when Utah hustles and plays unselfish team basketball, they can beat anybody in the league. When they don't, you'll notice the result. So tonight against the New York Knicks, which Utah Jazz team will it be? We'll find out next, because NBA basketball is coming up on You Gotta Love You, baby. You're looking live on a Wednesday night here, Delta Center, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, and Jazz basketball coming your way. Keith Van Horn, former University of Utah All-American, leads in the New York Knicks along with former Jazz men Shannon Anderson and Howard Eisley. Tonight, the setting is right here for the Jazz basketball against New York. The Knicks record 7-15, and Utah coming in 11-9. And hi again, everybody. I'm Rod Hundley. We welcome you here to our simulcast. Jazz got beat badly by Boston Monday, 102-80. They had too many turnovers that resulted in 18 first-half points. They trailed by 17 and never looked back. The Celtics got an easy win. We look now at the Midwest Division standings. The Jazz down at the bottom with San Antonio there. 2 games out of first place only, however, with the Jazz 11-9 out of Spurs 12-10. Ron Boone joins me here at courtside, and the Jazz had a miserable night, to say the least, against Boston. But both these teams, New York is struggling. They've lost 4 in a row. What do the Jazz have to do to get back on their winning way?
Well, I think just offensively get back to the way they were executing at the beginning of the year, get those high percentage shots and make those shots. But more importantly, Andre Kirilenko, I think, is a player the Jazz must get started here. The last 3 ball games, 8 points, 29%, and he's 0 for 6 from the three-point line. Now, for the season, he's shooting 48% from the field. Andre is one of those guys that can get the Jazz going if he could just start driving to the basket, getting to the free throw line. He's a slasher. He drives, and cuts very well, and a great finisher. And when something like that starts to happen, then the outside shot will open up, and he can knock down those outside shots. But offensive rebound is something that he does very well as well.
Okay, we're taking a look at the other side of the ledger, and the New York Knicks. This is the 5th game of this West Coast swing. They are 0-4, losing last night to the Lakers 98-90. But on the good side, on the bright side for this team, a couple ex-Jazz men, Howard Eisley and Shannon Anderson, had 26 apiece against the Lakers last night.
Yeah, Howard Eisley stepping in there and playing very well in the last 3 ball games, 16 points and about 9 assists a game. Now, you know what Howard Eisley can do is when he played with the Jazz. Very good outside shooter, penetrates well, and he's getting a chance now to distribute the basketball. The last 3 ball games, 9 assists, whereas Shannon Anderson really taking advantage of the absence of Allen Houston. He's a slasher. Watched him at the Delta Center for many, many years, and 21 points for him and 60% here in the last 2 ball games.
When Shannon went down to Houston, the Jazz thought, man, we could have kept him because it kept everything going with Russell and so on and so forth. But it didn't happen, and Jazz never won a world championship as of yet. By the way, Allen Houston, a star guard, will miss again tonight. It'll be his 3rd straight game he's missed on this trip. He's their leading scorer and a great backcourt star. So it should be interesting anyway. We'll be back right here on the Fox Sports Net as well as radio. The Jazz and a simulcast with the New York Knickerbockers right after this timeout.
These guys made a smart move. They went to the 25th annual Toyotathon. The year's